I'm so glad that you feel that way. You know that I feel the same way.
Well, then let's get to bed.
누구나 꿈을 가지고 오는 1962년 뉴욕, 그리고 칼럼니스트인 바바라 역시 꿈을 가지고 뉴욕에 왔습니다.
Barbara?
I think so.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. Vicky? Vicky Hiller, your editor, in the flesh.
현재 바바라가 쓴 책이 출시를 앞두고 있네요.
I love it! Down with love. Hear, hear. I only wish somebody had written your book 10 years ago before it was too late for me.
책을 출시하기 전 한 가지 관문이 남아있었죠.
Gentlemen, this is Miss Novak.
I'm afraid I don't know exactly what Miss Novak's book is about.
Miss Novak's book is a serious work of non-fiction entitled...
Vicky, excuse me. It's right behind you. Would you mind pouring me a cup of coffee?
이 늙은 꼰대들을 설득해야만 책 홍보를 할 수 있습니다.
Book that will teach any woman to live life the way a man does. Level 1. Instructs women to abstain from men altogether, so they'll stop thinking that the pleasures experienced during the sex act are related to love. She will now find that she has the time and the energy to move on to level 2, where taking on new challenges will lead to the self-sufficiency of level 3, where the woman becomes active in the workplace and earns and achieves an unequivocal equality with men.
바바라의 말이 공감되지 않나요? 그런 의미에서 여러분들의 상상력을 자극하고 입체적인 경험을 선사하는 길고 긴 새벽을 위로해줄 기가 막힌 오디오 콘텐츠 어플 하나 소개해드리겠습니다. 바로 45만 명이 선택한 어플, 센추얼 로맨스 플랫폼 플링입니다. 플링은 달달한 로맨스부터 매콤한 섹추얼까지 이 세상 모든 로맨스를 다루고 있는 로맨스 콘텐츠 플랫폼인데요. 플링은 입틀막 할 수밖에 없는 2,500개의 정말 많은 콘텐츠가 있지만 전부 소개해드릴 수 없기에 그 중에 대망 히트작 글로벌 신드롬을 일으켰던 그레이의 50가지 그림자를 추천해드려볼까 합니다. 19금 이용가임에도 불구하고 전세계 1억 5천만 부를 판매한 띵작 그레이의 50가지 그림자를 오로지 플링에서만 생생한 오디오북으로 만나보실 수 있습니다. 원작 소설을 기반으로 한 플링의 그레이의 50가지 그림자의 오디오북은 영화나 소설이랑은 정말 다른 차원의 생생함이라서 개인적으로 정말 들어보시는 걸 추천해드려요.
그는 부드럽게 말하며 옷깃을 잡아 내 재킷을 어깨에서 스르르 벗겨 의자에 놓았다.
내가 얼마나 널 원하는지 알아, 아네스티아.
이 차원이 다른 퀄리티의 더빙 들리시나요? 라인업이 무려 박노식과 김희한 성우님이라니. 그레이의 50가지 그림자뿐만 아니라 플링의 대부분 콘텐츠가 전문 성우님들의 출연 작품과 유튜브에서 활동하고 있는 보이스 크리에이터들의 창작물로 이루어져 있습니다. 잠 못 드는 새벽 2시, 이보다 뜨겁고 달콤한 시간이 있을까요? 이외에도 남사친 선배, 사내 연애 운동, 캠핑 여행 등 다양한 관계에 한 번쯤 꿈꿔봤던 로맨스 파타지를 한 번에 만날 수 있고, 저희 구독자분들이 좋아하시는 BL, GL은 물론 설레는 힐링 로맨스까지 알차게 준비되어 있으니까 침대와 노캔 빵빵한 에어팟만 있으면 되겠죠. 책 출시는 가능하지만 적극적인 홍보는 따내지 못한 바바라.
The nerve inviting me to New York to launch my book when they have no intention of promoting it.
Don't worry, I have a plan.
You do?
Remember last winter when you called me and said you'd like publicity where men would see it too? The most widely circulated and highly respected men's magazine?
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I mean no. No magazine for men in the know.
Oh, yes, exactly.
뉴욕에서 가장 잘 나가는 남성들을 위한 잡지 노우, 그리고 얼굴도 능력도 되는 바람둥이 캐쳐가 두 사람의 목표였습니다.
The best thing I have to offer a woman is the same as the best thing you have to offer a woman. You.
Yeah, but I'm all tied up, Mac. I'm using me.
No one else has your number. It must be Catcher Block.
Oh! This is Barbara Novak.
This is Catcher Block. I'd like to invite you to lunch so we can discuss your book.
Well, that sounds very nice, but I'll have to check my schedule to see when I'm available.
Well, we've already ordered. Can you be in the mahogany room in 10 minutes?
I'm afraid that will be impossible, Mr. Block.
Well, some other time then.
Right. I'll see you in 15.
노우의 간판 기자인 캐쳐와 인터뷰만 한다면 분명 책 홍보에 큰 도움이 될 거라고 생각했지만.
Well, hello, Peter. Barbara Novak, Peter McManus. Where's Mr. Block?
Here he is now. Catcher! Mag. Where are ya?
Something sprang up. Is she there? I was waiting for you at the bar and a little English foxhound walked right in, came up to me and started nuzzling me. Well, she seemed so lost and she didn't want to go with anyone else, so I just had to take care of her.
Mr. Block, that is so thoughtful.
얼굴값을 하는 플레이보이 캐쳐는 매번 이런 식으로 약속을 파투내기 시작합니다.
This is Barbara Novak.
Miss Novak, I am so sorry. The darndest thing.
Oh, Barbara, I'm sure he'll call.
I mean, come.
Elkie and I missed you at lunch yesterday, Gwendoline.
Oh, I took in a matinee. With Catcher Block?
Oh, I took in a night's game. With Catcher Block.
told him I'd give up flying for him.
I did too. This is Barbara Novak.
I'm so sorry, Miss Novak, the darndest thing. I got waylaid by the sweetest Swedish laphound who kept me up half the night, and I'm afraid I'm still in bed.
I wouldn't meet with you in 100 years. Goodbye, Mr. Block. Forever.
얼굴 값을하는 캐쳐 때문에 채콩모는 물 건너갔죠.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Ta-da! It's your book. On sale. Scribner's, Fifth Avenue. If only we could get your book on the Ed Sullivan Show.
하지만 행운은 바바라에게 향했고 겁적이 취소된 출연진을 대신해 방송에 나가 책 홍보를 한 덕분에 그녀의 책은 없어서 못 파는 베스트셀러에 등극했습니다.
Which changed forever the landscape of man's destiny. Has one book reached so many and achieved so much?
Well, hello, Gladys. You look wonderful.
As you told me, Barbara, it's never too late.
그리고 이번에는 바바라가 캐쳐의 인터뷰를 거절하네요.
The author of the international bestseller Down with Love,
It's Novak.
Barbara Novak. Now, I've heard a lot of talk about Chapter 8, about the worst kind of man, the kind every woman should avoid.
Men who change women as often as they change their shirts.
And have you met a lot of that kind of man in your research?
You're not asking me to name names, are you?
No, of course not.
Catcher Block.
순식간에 전 국민에게 바람둥이를 찍힌 캐쳐.
How? Novak won't even see you.
That's right. That's why Novak won't even see me coming.
바바라가 자주 오는 세탁소에서 그녀를 기다립니다.
Where's Mr. Litzer?
Ironing. Pardon me, miss, but you sure look familiar. Are you?
Yes, I am.
My close to the same dry cleaners as Miss Kim Novik.
No, my name is Novak.
Oh, that don't ring a bell.
You mean you've never heard of me?
Oh, I'm sorry. But lately I've been out of this world. Oh, look, my NASA security badge. I've been looking all over for that.
You're an astronaut?
Why, yes, I am.
Well, what's your name? Maybe I've heard of you.
Zip, my idea of a good time is to sit at home with a good book and smoke my pipe.
새끼한테 입만 벌리면 거짓말이 자동으로 나와.
Pardon me, miss.
잘생긴 얼굴에 우주비행사라는 직업 덕분에 순식간에 호감을 샀죠.
Goodbye. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Zip?
Yes, Miss Novak?
Would you like to go to my place and get to know each other a little better?
A lot better than what?
All the way better.
Oh, gee, no, now. I couldn't do that. I'd sure love a tang.
우선 그녀를 꼬시는 건 성공한 캐쳐.
Vicky's over there with some guy.
Well, Vicky's left herself wide open, but Trementis surprisingly fumbles.
Now what's he doing, in layman's terms?
He's leaving. Now's your chance.
피터가 편집장 비키에게 접근하는 사이 캐쳐는 바바라의 흠을 찾기 위해 작업을 계속하는 중이죠.
McNulty, good. Look, this should cover your upfront expenses. I want you to go up to Maine, get me all the dirt on Novak.
Gladly. That broad's book is bad for business. Husbands don't want their wives tailed anymore. They know if she's sneaking out now, she's just looking for a job.
Hello?
Hello, Barbara. It's Zip.
Hello, Zip.
Well, I thought it might be fun to stay in. I'm in the mood for a home-cooked meal.
Consider it.
It's my pleasure.
Oh, no. It's mine.
So, you'd like to come?
Oh, yes.
I can't wait.
바바라를 집까지 불러내는데 성공한 캐쳐.
After a steady diet of pellet steak and potato tablets, you yearn for something hot to sink your teeth into.
Well, you've whetted my appetite.
I wanted the perfect end to the perfect evening. I've never been more ready to go to bed.
Zip, I'm so glad that you feel that way. You know that I feel the same way.
Well, then let's get to bed. I'll call you a taxi.
총 가져와.
침대는 있지만 사용하지 않으면서 대놓고 바바라를 민망하게 만드는 캐쳐.
Well, can you give me just one more chance?
Just the fact that I'd like to give you another chance is the very reason why I absolutely must not. more chance?
앞에서 신분을 위장하고 바바르를 꼬시지만 여전히 뒤에서는 욕망을 풀기 바빴죠.
Hi! Coffee? So, this is a picnic party. Isn't it a gas? Yes! This is Peter's place.
Catcher Block's not going to be here, is he?
Oh, not to worry. Everyone here's a total stranger. Go throw your coat on the bed. Let's join the bash.
Oh, excuse me. Catch.
Yes?
Sip?
여기서 바바르를 꼬시는데 실패하면 다시 예전의 명성을 찾을 수 없습니다.
The minute I got here, that girl filled my pipe with some tobacco she bought in San Francisco. And after that, everything went hooey.
You mean she drugged you?
All the way into that bedroom.
You were set up.
No.
Yes. Catcher Block invited you here under false pretenses so he could do one of his famous exposés on how NASA's top secret New York project is just one big drug-infested beatnik shindig.
여전히 그가 캐쳐일 거라고는 상상도 못하는 바바라.
I'm finally ready to get to know you better.
How much better?
All the way better.
Well, I don't have any rules against men falling in love.
So I can make love to you. Heartfelt, passionate, worshipping, adoring love, and you could still have meaningless sex with me, right?
Yes.
한편 분홍책이 잘 팔릴수록 자신들의 목소리가 작아진다고 생각했던 꼰대들은 결국 빅키를 자르면서 명분을 찾기 시작합니다.
I give up. I give in. I just want to be Mrs. Peter McManus. At least then there'd be one man I could tell what to do. And if you also want me to resign as your friend, I understand.
You see, I have a confession to make too. I'm not a down with love girl either. I'm a woman who's fallen in love. And I'm going to tell him. And tonight's the night.
Tonight?
Tonight's the night. Barbara Novak is going down.
캐쳐의 이런 계획도 모르고 바바라는 오늘 밤 침대를 과학적으로 쓸 생각뿐이었죠.
I hope you don't mind this detour.
I only mind if Peter McManus is wasting your time.
Dear Zip, something came up. Accept my apologies with the champagne inside.
Typical.
Peter, are you all right? You seem nervous.
I don't seem guilty. What would I have to seem guilty about?
Peter, calm down. It's all right. You're not keeping anything from me. I already know.
What?
I know all about it. I've known all along.
You have?
Yes. And so what? So you're a homosexual, hopelessly in love with Catcher Block. That's no reason the two of us can't be married.
What? I'm not a homosexual.
If that's not what you feel guilty about, then what is?
What, that Catcher Block is privately tricking Barbara Novak so he can publicly destroy her with one of his exposés.
The wedding is off!
Vicky, wait!
이쯤에서 여러분들을 위한 이벤트 하나 소개해드릴게요. 지금 당장 플링을 가입하시고 더보기란과 고정 댓글에 있는 쿠폰 코드를 입력하시면 플링의 모든 작품을 무료로 들어보실 수 있는 무료 대여권을 발급해드립니다. 아, 그리고 19금 콘텐츠라 숨어봐야 하나 걱정하실 부분 있으시죠? 절대 아닙니다. 숨을 이어도 숨을 필요도 없어요. 플링 앱 자체가 깔끔하고 고급스러워서 멀리서 보면 그냥 음악 앱처럼 보이거든요. 이 친구 완전 오디오계의 넷플릭스입니다. 플링은 맛있고 목소리가 잘생겼어요. 지금 바로 플링에서 그레이의 50가지 그림자도 듣고 나만의 섹슈얼 판타지도 찾아보시길 바랍니다. 한편 캐쳐는 역사를 만들기 위해 천천히 분위기를 잡습니다.
You have an eyelash. Make a wish.
No.
No?
Yes. There's something I want to tell you.
Oh, no. Yes, Barbara Novak. Tell me anything, because you are Barbara Novak. Author of Down with Love. And you do not believe in having sex with feelings.
No, that's not why I want you to stop. I want you to stop because I love you too much to have sex without marrying. I'm not a down with love girl.
Oh, you are exactly the girl I think you are.
Catch a block! You're getting sloppy. Leaving a key on the outside when you're busy on the inside.
갑자기 정체를 들켜버린 캐쳐.
I'm Catcher Block. Not Zip Martin. There is no Zip Martin. But before you storm out of here, admit it. I got you. I got Barbara Down with Love Novak to fall in love.
I'm not gonna storm out of here, Catch. And I'm not gonna admit that you got Barbara Novak to fall in love. Because I'm not Barbara Novak. And I didn't fall in love with Zip Martin. I fell in love with Catcher Block. And that was a year ago, when for 3.5 weeks I worked as your secretary.
사실 바바라는 캐처를 사랑했던 비서였지만 그에게 차인 충격에 책을 쓴 것이었고 캐처가 자신을 속이고 있는 것까지 이미 다 알고 있었죠.
I just wanted you to hear all of this from me before you heard it from your private eye.
Got everything there is on Novak, and it's nothing. Novak doesn't exist where she was born and raised. And while our Nancy may have broken a few hearts growing up, I can't find the guy we're looking for who broke her.
Now tell me the one thing I don't know. Tell me if this plan of mine has worked. Tell me if it's made you fall in love with me as I love you.
캐처의 계획은 실패했지만 낸시이자 바바라의 계획은 성공했습니다.
You will marry me, won't you, Barbara?
Nancy?
Nancy.
Oh, catch.
Oh, Barbara Novak! Oh, I didn't realize.
자신의 팬을 만나자 갑자기 정신이 돌아온 낸시.
Our marriage will end the battle of the sexes. Boy, this cover story is not just a Pulitzer. This could be the Nobel Peace Prize.
God, you're not still going to write your expose, are you?
Why not?
Well, you know why not. All the women in the world, they look to me. I can't do this.
Barbara, stop! Don't do this. He's not who he says he is.
I catch.
Vicky! Nancy! Who are you calling Nancy? Hey, wait. Vicky, please, let me explain.
You're a rat, Peter McManus. You're just like every other man.
I'm just like every other man.
Peter McManus.
What do you say we step inside?
Well,
Just for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
뒤늦게 낸시에게 빠졌지만 이미 그녀는 캐처보다 이를 선택하기로 했죠.
Stop the presses. I've got a cover story that'll make no magazine sell like no magazine has never sold before. Catcher, block, exposed. How falling in love with Barbara Novak made me a new man. It's my public love letter. It's not from me, or at least not the old me. It's from the new me.
We're not going to print, haven't you noticed? We have no secretaries. Every girl in New York City has quit her job. They all want to go work for your Barbara Novak.
새로운 언론사를 차린 낸시. 그리고 낸시는 모든 걸 이룬 듯 행복해 보였죠.
It's here. Down with love. Chocolate.
You are a genius.
Look, your book got chocolate sales to soar. Why shouldn't we get a piece of the action?
Girls are lined up around the block to apply for the job as my private secretary.
Catcher Block is here. He wants to see you.
We'll call the guard. Because I don't want to see him.
You have to see him. He's an applicant.
면접 프리패스인 얼굴로 들어오는 캐처.
Unfortunately, the secretary job doesn't quite pay as much as your current job. So, I guess that's that. Goodbye, Mr. Block. I have a candy bar for your trouble. And thanks again for thinking of us.
I can't stop thinking of you. And I'd like you to reconsider considering me.
Even at a pay cut of 96.6%?
It's only money. Besides, I've been on top for so long I thought it might be nice to try a new position.
Got your block exposed? How falling in love with Barbara Novak made me a new man. Oh, sure.
I never said a word about Nancy Brown. And the only prize I wanted to win was you. After all our tricking each other, all our game playing, I'm the one who wound up here with the love letter, and you're the one who wound up with the scoop. Still, I'll keep my eye on the billboards. And maybe one day you'll do a piece on how you became someone in between the bashful brunette Nancy Brown and the cool blonde Barbara Novak. That's a piece I could really go for.
쿨한 척 방을 나가는 캐처.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Someone between a blonde and a brunette? Scooped you again? Vegas?
We can get married there on the spot. I'm not letting you get away again, ever.
Oh, catch.
I love you, Barbara.
I know.
영화 다운리드 러브는 코미디 장르의 작품으로 브리지 존슨의 일기와 주디의 르네, 기에무로 델 토로의 피노키오와 더 임파서블의 맥그리거를 주연으로 2003년도에 개봉한 영화입니다. 리지 시얼의 미모를 한껏 뽐내는 맥그리거와 화려한 패션과 사랑스러운 매력을 뽐내는 르네 덕분에 로맨스 코미디라는 장르로는 아주 괜찮은 작품이죠. 심지어 중간중간 음악이 깔린 뮤지컬스러운 연출도 나오는데 음악이 너무 좋아서 듣는 재미까지 올린 영화입니다. 사실 이 작품을 보고 있으면 도대체 뭔 내용이지? 도대체 무엇을 이야기하고 있는 거지 싶거든요? 솔직히 말해서 내용이랄 게 없는 스토리에 개연성도 정말 산으로 가는 스토리지만 확실히 이 배우들의 매력이 살린 느낌이 있어요. 특히 스토리가 너무 산으로 가는 감도 있고 이 디즈니플러스에서 제공하는 공식 자막도 굉장히 집중력도 떨어지게 만들어졌거든요. 그래서 스토리에 더욱더 집중하기 힘들었습니다. 그래도 로맨스 코미디라는 장르와 배우들의 연기 덕분에 디즈니플러스를 구독 중이라면 한 번쯤 볼만한 작품으로는 선택할 수 있을 것 같습니다. 다만 돈을 주고 볼만한 영화냐는 질문에는 절대 아니라고 이야기하고 싶네요. 배우들의 리지 시얼의 미모와 매력, 2000년대 초 미국 영화가 가지고 있는 분위기까지 확실히 매력적인 부분은 있습니다. 하지만 그런데도 아쉬운 점이 너무 많았던 영화 다운리드 러브였습니다. 저는 이만 인사드리도록 하겠습니다. 가시기 전에 구독과 좋아요 한 번씩 부탁드립니다. 오늘도 찾아와 주셔서 너무너무 감사해요. 전 지금까지 영화를 그리는 신기누설이었습니다.
I'm sorry you'll have to hold. Vicky? Do you want to marry me or not? I'm not giving up my career.
I wouldn't ask you to.
Then it's a deal? Deal!
맙소사. 그도 나를 원하는구나. 크리스천 그레이. 그리스 신 같은 남자가 나를 원해. 그리고 나도 그를 원했다. 여기, 지금, 엘리베이터 안에서. 내 정신은 완전히 히스몬 호텔의 제3 엘리베이터 바닥과 벽에 떨어져 산산이 흩어져 버렸다.
그레이의 50가지 그림자.